Are you trying to record it? Or?
Yes, I'm doing the recording now. You can start, Loida.
Okay. Do I start or do you want to start? Whatever you...
No, you, please.
Okay, so I'm going to share the documents. The first thing is, well, we have now a folder with the documents that has to be there in Trello and in Drive. Sorry, because we were many changes in our work. We had to change documents from the place they were, and now everything is solved. So we wait. We can understand and we can communicate. Okay. Then I am going to share with you the documents. There is a new document that they have shared with me today, a few time ago. But first, I wanted to share with you. Nuria, I cannot share either. Do I have permission? Or?
Yes, you should do it. I mean,
Now,
yes.
Now I can share. Okay.
Okay, another thing before you are sharing the screen, I want to say something about the Drive. What I checked this morning, that everything is more tidy up, but we don't have, or in my case, I don't have permission, for example, to put one folder or to share one Excel. I don't know what happened with the permissions, but we can see, obviously, the documents that are in the folder. But for example, if I want to put, I don't know, one Excel or one document, I'm not allowed to do it. I don't know if with the rest is the same. Okay.
Did you try? Because I changed it as soon as I have ordered the folder. I have changed for editing. Everybody is able to edit, so you should be able to edit too.
I don't know. I tried 20 minutes ago. I don't know.
Okay, so
I will have a look after the meeting again, but just for the rest, if you can check if you are in the same situation, just let Loida know, okay?
Yeah, so we try, if you want, when we finish the meeting, try it, because now everybody can edit. Even me, I tried with Miguel first, and otherwise we check before when we finish the meeting. We were making changes because of that. We stopped sharing or editing until we had finished to order the folder, because we had to change everything, all the documents from one place to the other. Okay. Okay, Miguel, es que estoy intentando compartir, pero ya no puedo compartir. ¿Lo ves? Que no tengo la pestaña. ¿Tú sabes qué puede pasar aquí? No tengo permiso para compartir. ¿Puedes compartir?
No sé. ¿Miguel puede hacerlo o no? ¿Tiene los documentos Miguel?
Sí, él tiene los documentos también.
Pues puedes compartir tú, Miguel.
Miguel, ¿puedes compartirlo? Vale, comparte el documento que está dentro del Drive, el de Pavibet Webpack 3 módulos Task. ¿Vale?
Now you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
oh,
we
okay,
can.
Perfect. So it's, yeah, Webpack 3.
Webpack 3 and the Pavibet modules.
Yes.
Yes, here. Okay, perfect. So, first of all, here here we had all the tasks that we have had to do before starting with the work package. Mina asked me and all the deadlines to be able to start with the work package 3 are done. Okay. And now this is just for you to know where the document is. And the next one, Miguel. is Pavived Webpack 3 modulos task. Espérate.
Loida, 1 second, because I think this document also is important because, for example, for the module one is attacks that Alexander and Marcus have to do. And this module one, because I mean,
Yeah, but they sent me, what I needed, they sent me, you know. I don't know if you, the last report probably is not done yet, but what I needed for start working, I have it. So if you need to ask them the final version, so.
yeah, but the module one, where is the module one? What is the module one? I don't understand the module one.
Yeah, the module one is basically a summary of the conclusions of the initial report.
Yes.
I can do this during the week, but what I am waiting for is not the outline of the contents like in this presentation, but what we discussed. I don't know if we all agreed or if there was a misunderstanding. What we need is a kind of common template, a structure where to write in our content. So like, learning objectives, introduction, main content, quiz, and so on. So how the individual module should be structured. And one module from CEDA, which is shaped along this template, so that we can write our own modules along this structure that is defined by the coordinator, so that we don't have to do it over and over again. I think this is what we have discussed.
Okay, Alexander, first of all, I would like to know if you agree with what we have created, you know, for every module. And if you are okay, then we can create, I don't know, a document or an Excel where everybody can follow the same, the same template for every module. Is that what you want exactly, or?
No, it's usually we do an interactive, either kind of a Word template. This is one possibility, or if you want to be able to follow what the others are currently doing, you can also do it in a common interactive Google document.
Mm-hmm. No, we can do it.
But what needs to be defined is kind of the
goals
definition
here.
of the structure, the definition of the proportion between the individual elements, the layout, of course, and definition like the usage of graphs and charts and so on. Yeah? Because if you don't define it now, later on it will be a lot of work for you to shape all the modules along the same standards, because if anybody just does it like he wants, it will be a huge task of editing for you.
Okay, because of that we have created this document. This is summarized what I am showing you, but there is another document specifying the learning objectives, the learning contents, and reflections that we have done to talk to everybody. I think with this would be enough. Okay, and we can share this in a shared document for every module. And the first thing is I am going to explain what every module means, because otherwise this is nobody is going to work in the same direction. Okay, because for us, Alexander, with what Stephanie did and you did, it was kind of difficult to really understand what you wanted to do. So we have done a summarize of every module to try to figure it out. Okay, so if we have made any mistake or you think we have to change something on this document, we can change it, okay? First, Miguel, we can change when I tell you, okay? First, the module 1, Introduction, Learning for Special Needs Learners. The learning objective is creating something common, a common language to break down barriers. For that, we try to define that this is already done, okay? What kind of barriers are the most usual in our schools. And this is already done by Marcus and Mina. Marcus was the one who defined barriers. And we have this document in Drive and in Trello, okay? If we have any other barrier, any other new barrier, we can include it later, okay? This is the first one, defining the barriers and defining a general way to learn. Nuria.
Yes, no, because for me it's not clear. For example, I haven't seen any document that it says module 1 in Trello or in Drive. So that's why it's
No,
very important.
it's not written because I'm waiting for the template, and also the content of the module. I think here in this presentation is not exactly what we discussed. In the document I had the module 1 is a kind of general introduction along the lines of what we found out in the initial study.
Yeah.
And here we have a lot of elements in your suggestion. We have a lot of elements which I think are too early. Because there has not been a general discussion of the subject. This is a little bit bits and pieces. Of course, some of the elements have been discussed in the initial studies and can be mentioned. But what's needed is a general introduction to the whole topic.
It's true, Loida, because I have here in my hands a different document and it's saying totally different the information. It's what Alexander says. I think this is not the last one because I have another one, module 1, that says summary of the working package report should be consist aiming of. I think this document is not the last one.
No, yes, this is the summary, this is the presentation, and the other one you have is the whole document. If you want, I just wanted to do it faster for not to read so many things, but if you want, we can share the one you have. It's the same, but this is a summary, and the one you have is...
No, but it's saying different things, eh?
No,
because we have to do in the module 1 a brief overview of the bibliography, outlining the types of sources consulted and the relevance to search.
Yes, this is it's exactly the same. Creating a common knowledge base is the same you are saying, but we put here the question we had to discuss with the partners. Of course, the first part is creating an introduction to the rest of modules with all the information we have already recopilated, we have already joined from the bibliography, from the interviews, and from the barriers, okay? But here, what we just wrote down is the points we wanted to discuss with the rest of partners. But if you want, and it's more clear, the document instead the presentation is the same. Both of them were created by Ana and Pilar, and they did it to connect both things. You know, they did the presentation and they did the document. Ana, Pilar, Miguel, and me all together. Okay. So the first thing is a summary of what we are going to do. Marcus sent Alexander a profile of a student with different special needs and different barriers. Do you know that, no? Alexander?
I know the document, yeah, from Marcus. I'm
Yeah.
not sure in which module it will be used. I assume that this had a twofold purpose. One, to create the persona of people we are working with, so typical types of special needs learners, and to consistently apply these persona when giving examples or when making suggestions for how to adapt general processes like in media production to the different persona of users. So this was a starting point for discussion and for using it in writing the more or less all of the modules.
Okay, so
But
Nuria,
Marcus perhaps can state the purpose even better.
okay, Nuria, do you have the, well, I have the other document, but if you have it, because I keep going without being able to share, can you share the other document for Alexander to see it more clear?
So I'm gonna check because I'm using another laptop, but I think this document is not really clear. Because that document you use in the Alicante meeting, but then we change and we change and we change, and then we have
No,
the minutes of Alicante, and it's different document, and it's more clear than this one that you are using now. Let me check.
And to clarify the personas, for me, it's some kind of example for a persona, but every teacher or every working group should do their own persona for their own working group, because
Yeah.
we can not make a persona for every person with handicap. So it's an
Yeah.
example, and then they should adapt it.
Yeah, this is what we are trying to create. We did, both documents were made by us, Nuria. One is longer, that is the one you have, and the other one is a presentation, as I said. If you, in the model one, if you want, Alexander, I still don't know exactly what you want. If you want a short introduction of all what we are going to develop, or if you want everybody to do it.
No, the module one will be a summary of the findings of the initial study. So as a general introduction to the subject and the motivation for the learners for the whole system.
Okay.
That's the module one content, and the other thing I need is kind of the didactical structure and writing template. If you don't have, I can show you such a template from other projects we have done, if this is helpful.
Yeah, but Alexander, this part, this summary, probably we could get it from what you wrote before about what we collected by bibliography, interviews, and all that. I think.
Yeah.
This is
That's.
already done.
I mean, it's not a balanced summary of all the elements of the initial study, but it's a introduction to the problem and the main findings from the literature interviews and the good cases. So the purpose of the module one is to answer the question, why should I study this material that follows, and what is the starting point?
Okay. So Alexander, who is going to do? Because we thought
I write the module one. I'm just writing. I'm just waiting for and for me it's clear what it will the content will be. All I'm waiting for is the template of the didactical structure.
Okay, so do you have a template of didactical structure?
No, this is your job because you're the work package leader. But if you are not aware of such documents, I can send you from other projects. Yeah, usually it includes an explanation of how long the module should be, what should be the structure, how long should be the introduction, and what should it include.
Okay.
The learning objectives, how long should the introduction will be, how should the main part be structured, should it have a quiz at the end, how should the quiz be structured, which software should be used to generate the quiz, what kind of quiz should it be, should there be other exercises, how should the author use graphs and illustrations and so on.
Okay.
Because if you don't have such a template, you will have 10 completely different modules, and it's your job in the end to make sense of it and make a whole of it, and it will be a lot of work for you.
Okay, we have already done that. But
so what we discussed was that you
Alexander,
develop such a structure and develop your own module along this structure so that all of the authors of the other modules can follow your example.
Okay, we have done that, but we didn't create the template. I didn't know exactly that you wanted to do, you wanted us to create a template. We have done that in a document. We have done an introduction, the learning objective, the learning outcomes. We put the timetable, but we didn't do it in a template, okay? So, yeah, we can do it in a template, and that's all, okay? In a template, in a shared document, okay? Nuria, can you share, or do I tell to Miguel? Or send the document to Miguel, and Miguel can share it.
I'm using another laptop, Loida. I'm trying to find the documents, maybe because
okay,
you send
I
me like
sent
WhatsApp or things like that, but I don't have it. I have here with me like this, but I cannot share now. I'm trying to find now.
Okay, don't worry.
But if not, you can do maybe the presentation of the, we can change the module, and then we can
talk
carry out with the rest.
Miguel, keep going sharing the before document. That is easier. We have now we know what we have to do in the module 1. Okay, go to the module 2.
Loida, what's important for me is to know what we need in for the trainer meeting in Helsinki, so that we know if we should have the module complete with the new structure, or if we should only have our documents which already exist. It's not so clear for me what we should bring.
No, we are going to send you before Wednesday the template Alexander was talking about in the module 1 for you, because the module 1 should be completed by UEFO, is what we said at the beginning. Okay, so we send you this document before Wednesday for you to have time to fill it up. First, we leave, for example, a couple of days for you to review it, and Alexander. And if you think we have to change something, please let me know. And so you have everything ready for the meeting. Okay. Marcus, I can exchange impression if it's enough, or you missed some point that Alexander was talking about. Okay. So the next module is it should be completed by Specia, and it was about basis of accessibility of didactic material for different type of special needs. Here, we wanted, it was related to Marcus, to the videos you sent us about different examples of barriers, students. So I will create, because Nuria is what Nuria was missing, this folder exists, but it doesn't. Is not the name is not module 2 because you upload it to the to the drive. Okay, so I will put module 2 and I will upload the information you have uploaded. It's okay or no?
It's okay if you put it in another folder. It's okay. But
Okay.
we already have more videos completed. So we have a meeting with the trainer tomorrow. So I can upload, if I have the rights, I can upload the rest of the videos which already exist also in the folder.
Okay, so we today inside the drive, inside the Word Package 3, you will have a folder for every module, okay, with the partner that has to work on it, with the name of the partner, okay? For sure, as Alexander said, we are the leader, so we have to be, in all of them. But I will put the module, the partner that has to work on it, and beside that, if I will ask you to review these folders in case there is something that we lost because we have changed all the information from one place to the other, okay, because of the change of the changes in our work center, okay. But I think we have everything because we have done several copies, okay. But if you, I would ask you to review every module where you have to be the person, the partner who has to do it. So this is for special. Next one, well, this module is about examples and different type of special needs. Okay, it's about creating didactical material for different type of disabilities. Harko, tell me.
Yeah, thank you. We will do this. So on Wednesday, we will get the template and then we will write down the one problem that we had. So one day I was looking for these templates or the basics of accessibility from different partners. When I think Pilar made the Excel and we filled it
Yes.
from Specia, but actually one day I didn't find how it was filled by the other institutions. But I think when now when Drive will be arranged new way, so I will find the information from other partners.
Nobody else fill it up, and this is another thing I was going to remember to the other partners. Okay.
Sorry. There are not information from other partners yet, or
no, there are not information from other partners in the template you sent.
Okay.
For this Excel sheet, they work together. I think for myself, I only get 2 feedback from the people who work with our students. So I have it on my plan to speak with them tomorrow to get more feedback. And then I think it's something we collect the whole project, because we have to work on the videos to see some of the barriers.
Okay, thank you. But
and the point is, I think here really Specia and KJF are the experts. So you don't wait for input from us. We have no expertise in this very special field.
Okay, that sounds
Can
good.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to know where that drive is. Can you send the address? Because I haven't been there for a while, so I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, Mina, you will, because what I'm doing now is creating a folder for every module. Up to I don't finish the meeting, I'm not going to you are not going to find anything, because I am still trying to order all the,
Alright.
okay?
So you're going to send us or meet
yes,
the
and you
Okay,
are going
good.
to be,
Yes.
Mina, you are going to be
Yes.
able to edit everything. I will, because if somebody has some problem today, I am with Miguel and we will
Okay.
figure it out for everybody. Mina, because you don't have, normally you don't have problems with Drive, no? Because you told me.
Yeah, but I don't remember where it is exactly. I couldn't even find
Ah.
Trello anymore, so I
No.
don't know where they are.
Don't worry, because I am going to do it clear. And then inside the work package one, first in the module one, it will be the template that Alexander was talking about, and a little summarize. In the module two, we will have the Excel, okay? And we will have all the information and videos and folders that Marcus sent about didactical material for different types of disabilities. And Marcus, the new ones, you can just upload it there, okay? Then, as Alexander said, that I agree with him, probably Specia and KJF are the most experts, so just Jarko just then will do it, okay?
Yeah.
And, Miguel, we can keep going with the module 3. Well, any other question or any other thing, anything else about the module 2?
No, but I can say to Jarko and Mina, if we complete the meeting tomorrow with all the trainers from the KJF, then I can put it in one Excel sheet and send it to you. But I have only 2 feedback today, so I'm sure we get a little bit more tomorrow, and then I can send it to you.
Sounds good. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, Marcus, do you want, do we share that document in
Yeah.
Drive? Okay.
I can share it in Drive. I have the problem. I have 6 group who work separately with people in our workshop. So I have to collect it all together and then upload it to Drive. So it's not everybody of every group can directly upload it in Drive. So I have more documents, and all the time I have to put it in one document and then upload it.
Okay.
So it's not it's not for every day. We put it on the Drive, so I have to collect it and then put it all together in the Drive.
Okay, so take your time, and because as you are preparing the meeting for Finland too, or all that, because that is not, we are not in a hurry for that at this moment. The module 3, planning video-based learning. This is about how we are going to apply the persona method. Vale? So
not really. This slide is quite inconsistent, because it's the persona method and planning the video-based learning by breaking down the work process. These topics are somewhat related, but not the same. The one thing is the basics of breaking down the work process. So having a kind of a group discussion about what does this work process we want to describe, what individual steps does it consist of, what do we have to show for others to understand this work processes. So what are the individual shoots, the individual scenes in the videos we need to have, and the planning of the shooting. And the other thing is being aware of the persona that we are working with. So to consider different disabilities and how does this change our plan for shooting the videos. So has it to be more auditive elements? Does it have to have more visual elements? What complexity can it have? And so on. So but the persona method should be introduced in another module and explained. But here in this module, the basis is to understand the work process. So I'm not sure your colleague who has written this slide has fully understood the intention here.
Well, Alexander, as soon as you send me the email, I send.
Loida, es que I think this document is totally wrong because this is what I say.
No,
Like, I
no.
have one in front of me and say different things. So in every single module. So
I can say for me, for the model 3, I try to
Not totally wrong.
make the guides for the students. So I have the points where you should do to have a good project with the people with handicaps, and then I can create something. What are the points?
Sorry, I answered to Alexander after I answered to Nuria, and after, because otherwise it's a little first, Alexander. I sent to the ENG company what you told me in the email, and they have done the changes they have created for the module 3. Okay, this simplified guide, they have included even that I was going to show you. The augmented reality, and they have included.
But we have never discussed about augmented reality. I think quite to the contrary, we said that augmented reality is not relevant here in our context.
No, it's like something else. But besides that, they have done a photogram where, just with an image, a picture where you can see the persona method adapting to all kind of disabilities. For example, if a person is blind, in this picture, the teacher can see in a very easy way how they can adapt the problem or the special need for shooting the video. This simplified guide for students, even they have included examples, he already sent me and I can share it with you. And yes, for Nuria, this is the document, but it's just a summary of all the long document. But this is the document that we finished after the meeting we had.
Yeah, but Luida, I would really recommend not to use this presentation anymore because it doesn't represent what we discussed, and it's frankly quite confusing.
Okay, when Pilar and Ana presented this, well, we were discussing and we were saying that it was this what we were going to do. But
no, not really.
Well, we included some changes that you told us, and I can. Well, Alexander, if you want, we keep going. I share with you the simplified guide that they have changed for the module 3 to see if.
I think what the current status is the document that Nuria has mentioned.
But she doesn't. Well, I cannot share it because I'm not. Nuria, can you send that document and?
Yes, I'm gonna share with you because
Okay.
otherwise this rain
in the what, Nuria?
No, okay, this meeting is a disaster because I have a different document that we were talking in June, in July, in the online meeting, and this is not a point to comment this document that you are sharing because it's very old. So it's a different.
It's from the 9th of July. Okay. Well, Miguel, can you share the simplified guide that they sent us yesterday, in the morning today, with the changes for the module 3? There is a simplified guide. And so they can see it. Simplify guide. This is what we have done, where is more related with shooting the video depending on the disability or depending on the special needs. And what they have done is this is related to this module and then to the module of the production of video. Okay, how we have to arrange the set, the equipment. Go down a little, Miguel. Very simple things that the students and the tutor have to first describe the materials they need, where they have to be placed. Go down. Here you have some example, tripod, lights, camera. And then go down, Miguel. All the steps they have to do, for example, very simple. They will, this is just a draft. Okay. Go down, Miguel. And that's all. Vale. And this is for students and tutors, very simple. Okay. And then they have included another document. Show them, Miguel, aquí, in English. This is in Spanish. You have another in English.
But Leute, the work package 3, it's we have to do the guide. So what should I do with these informations? Because I think for me it's not clear what I should do if you have the template.
I mean, the work package 3 is KJF's job, and frankly, they have a better module on this from a previous project of ours. So this content is very general. So we have 3 or 4 projects that have the same content, but with more detail and illustrations and so on. And and KJF has used some of these. So I think the job in the work package 3 is, of course, it's not wrong what's written here, but what we need for this project is kind of this general content adapted to the special needs learners.
Yeah,
I frankly don't know why you have written this.
No, I haven't written this. This is written by the company. The company will send all the information about we needed. Okay, this is a draft. They haven't included the illustrations, and they haven't included the photograms and all that I told you, because it's just the writing part.
I think
Okay.
I think this belongs to the module 5, no?
Yes, Nuria, but there is a part of this that is the simplified guide that, as Alexander said, the individual should in the planning that could be included here in this module.
But I already uploaded the guide for the students and for the teachers to the Google Drive with pictures for the students. So I think we have then 2 times the same thing.
Yeah, there are parts that they repeat in because with what Stephanie and Alexander said, there are some of the parts that they repeat in several modules. If we want to keep to follow what they said, so we can just here, for example, following the individual steps with the equipment, and in the next one describing more.
Yeah, but Loida, it's a bit that as work package leader, if you see that parts are duplicating or redundant, to give us really a good structure, and
Okay.
based on the document that Nuria mentioned. so that there are no overlaps, and so we have a clear overall structure,
Okay.
so that there is no double work, and to provide the template and really be on top of the development, so that there is no parallel work, and at the end these things fit together, I think.
I think it's a good idea, but Nuria, could you share that document?
And I should know what I have to do with the work package 3, because I already do the teacher and student guide and already do the examples. So I don't know how should I include it in the work you do with the second. This one you pointed out that you do with the institute, you work together.
The one you showed here, that's quite obvious, but it doesn't add value to what Markus already sent or has uploaded.
And I don't know how to put it together, or it's a separate module. I don't know what to do with it, and it's not so much time to the meeting in Helsinki, so it's very confusing for me.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, but this is just the minute of the work package. No, it's not. Here is not the okay.
Here is the
here we just talk. Okay, if you want this document, for me it's better, you know, because the other is more developed. But this is the minute we did. Is not what Pilar and.
Yeah, this is what we discussed and agreed on.
Okay, so for me, if we understand with this document, and for you is okay, we don't better, you know. I can do the template with this because in the other it was better explained, but if it's okay. I didn't know you were talking about the minute. You know? I thought you had something else that I didn't have. Okay, so let's keep going. The module 3, okay, to clarify to Markus. We go to the module 3. Okay, here. Go to the beginning, please. To the beginning of the module 3.
3 or 5?
3. We are in the 3. Here we said planning video-based learning with the persona method, and we agreed it at the meeting. Vale? The words are exactly the same that I was talking before, and you agreed it in the meeting. Okay, web content accessibility guideline. Exactly the same words that there were in the. If you want, we can compare it. Okay. Here, the only thing is we defined the task. It's not a completely different document. It's the same. Learning task for media project, develop an authentic persona for the disabled learning target group. The only thing we did is defining the task. Okay, so now that we know what we are talking about, now here what we defined is making audio and video media accessible segment of the Web3C consortium page. 2 guides, that is what we are developing, that you said, one for facilitators and one for students. That is what we are trying to do.
But these 2 guides are already finished in the Google.
No, Markus, we have sent, you have in the drive, the draft of the simplified guide and of the guide. These guides don't have the pictures, don't have the photogrammas yet, because we were trying you to review it and to have a feedback from all of you. Okay.
But what is with the teacher and the student guide I sent?
If you go to Drive, there is a simplified guide. You have there is a folder that say guides ENG, okay, and you have the simplified and the other guide that they sent us the last version with the modifying what Alexander.
But not the institute, the guides I upload.
No, and beside that we have yours too, but
But why do it 2 times? And I don't know what I should do with these informations, because you work on it and I already finished it. So what should I do with the new information? Should I do
No,
a
because
new
what-
guide? I don't understand what I should do, because here it's KJF and then you make the same thing.
No,
Right.
sorry. No, we got your guide from this module to develop the other parts of the guides in the next modules, where you have the pre-production, production, and post-production.
Okay, but what should I do? Then my work
You
is
need-
finished, and what should I do with the model 3? Because the model 3 is only the planning, so it's only the guide which I uploaded already. So
Yes. No,
what
you
I
don't have
do, I don't know what's my work. So what
Marcus,
should I do with the new information?
No. We asked you for these guides. We send this guide you did to the
Yeah,
company.
I know you said it to me that you send it to the, but should I do something else? Because the guide which you sent to all of us, I would take it to the meeting tomorrow, and then we speak with our trainers about it. But more, what should I do more, or is there a work which I should do with the Model 3, or you do the rest? I don't understand.
You have already done what you had to do.
Yeah.
Okay, in the module 3, that is was preparing
Okay.
the basis for the rest of the modules, and they have created the guides for the rest of the modules with your work.
Okay.
Yeah, the module 3 is done.
Is done?
Marcus. It's done. It's already, I check it and I saw the big pictures and all the tests and everything. Maybe we what we have to think is to maybe do like a kind of like a, you know, I know a principal like folder with the, to say module 2, you know, with the, you know, the logo of the project and, you know, something like this, and to put it at the beginning of the, always to the first page of the every single module, and then at the end or something like that too. Because you have different like documents, and maybe it has to be in one document. All
Yeah,
the
that would
module
be
3,
great,
you
yeah.
know, una carátula, no? I don't know how to say.
But
it.
Leute, is it okay for you then that we talk with our trainers about it and then give
Yes,
feedback?
totally.
Okay.
Yes. It's perfect, you know, because beside that, Marcus, probably I am going to tell to the company to talk directly with you for them to figure out better what they have to do, you know, because Alexander wasn't happy with the result. So even though we sent the guides you sent us, so probably it's better if you talk directly about the this module 3 and how to develop the next one. Okay. Well, so this I'm going to write it down. Marcus is going to review this with the other trainers. Okay. Then module 4. Okay. So Marcus, do you we agree with that? And beside that, I was saying, I don't know if you hear me, because
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you. Yeah.
No, sorry. That it would be a good idea if I put you in contact with Miguel, the person from the company, because this is more related with your job, you know. So probably in that way they can develop they can do a better work for the module 4, 5, and 6. Okay.
Yeah,
For
maybe
the-
you can, but I think for the other models, we should work together and then give the feedback at one time to the company.
Okay, perfect. Yes, that's even a better idea. Yeah, that we work together and we what we decide here, because otherwise for me is kind of hard because
Yeah, but I don't know which job does the company have. So kannst du mal ein bisschen leiser bitte? Which company, which job does the company have, and what you arranged with the company? So
we have arranged. If we now, I'm going to go through the other modules and I tell you exactly what we asked them. Okay, look, in the module 4 is learning through teaching. Okay, so here we just talk about the digital storytelling and storyboarding that you already sent. This is done too, because you already sent the information about the storytelling and storyboarding. So here we have only to concentrate on pre-production. And in what the company is going to do is develop the module 4, that is pre-production, the module 5, that is production, and the module 6, that is post-production. Okay, these three. And what they are going to do is doing it in a visual way, with images, with videos, for all kind, or the most of disabilities are inside this. They can use this guide, okay, whatever barrier they find, or the most of the barriers. Okay, so the module 4 is based on pre-production, and we have already done. You did. You sent us the document about digital storytelling and storyboarding, and we sent that to the company. Now the company with that has to do all the steps of the pre-production. Okay. Then the module 5, that is about involving learners with special needs in the media production. Module 5, vale, sí.
Pre-production.
Here, the point was having the two final guides. You sent us a guide for facilitators to start, and here what we agreed in the last meeting, it was that we will create one for facilitators with videos that will prioritize the needs education. Okay, all the process of pre-production with students with needs education. And then in the 6 is the shooting of the video and all the steps. And here is where we are going to include the quizzes in each module to assess the image, sound, and quality, that the company is going to help us with links to create the different quizzes. And here we will try that students get familiarized with the creation of videos, practice video scenes. Marcus.
But so for the quiz, then the company you work together, they make it, or should every partner which has the task for one module should create a quiz?
I thought we could have a general way to create the quiz, general information, and then every partner can adapt it to,
Okay.
if you think it's okay. But Marcus,
for this module, I would suggest that you get in close contact with Marcus, because
okay,
this media production, of course, has been covered in other modules already, and here it's the point to work out how special needs learners are special. And I have visited Marcus and Fabian on Friday in their very nice and very large workshop, and they will show in Helsinki videos that they have already created with special needs learners, actively involving them, so they can tell a lot about what to consider with working with them. So the time frame that you have to consider, what they can and cannot do, what they like, how they tend to be engaged, and which areas they need support and which kind of support. So I would suggest interview Markus for writing this module.
Perfect. So Markus, if you want, beside what we decide today, we could have an online meeting with the ENG company, okay? Because you are the experts. Even Alexander, if you think somebody else from, for example, Jarko, if some of you want.
I think so too. In the combination, Specia and us, I think we have the whole range of students. So
I could also imagine that it would maybe even better if we are aware, or we find that the people who are coming to Helsinki are more or less aware and capable of the general video production, so know how to use a camera, know how to level it, know how to make a storyboard, that we can make this short and really make an interactive workshop where we basically write this module, so where we exchange the experiences on that and try to document it. Yeah, so to maybe use 4 persona of learners, and then try to describe what is to consider in the video production working with this type of learners, with this persona, and put some post-its or some cards, so that in the end we have the content and just have to write it down.
I think also
Okay.
this has the most value if we share our experiences with the people with handicap in our institutions and adapt this guide.
Okay, Jarko.
Yeah, and in case we apply this process in small groups, so we will have 4 different small groups, and each of them could like focus in one user persona and have the process going through, and then in the afternoons, or
Okay, so what Alexander, I think the first thing, Alexander Markus, is I create. Sorry.
sorry, it was a mistake.
No. So we create a template where we are going to include all the information Alexander was saying. This is the first step. Okay. That as we have already done it in a document, it's easy for us to put it in a template. Second would be choosing in every module what the company has to do, okay, and how we want the company to do it. The parts that are probably more work for us, like including different kind of videos, or there are for example, they told me that they could create even a space in the screen space for a person that can translate for deaf people, and they could adapt that to whatever language. So I would like to talk that unless with a representative of every partner, okay, for not to be a decision that just we do, and then I think it's important that everybody agree about all the parts we can ask for the company. And then in every module we will put the task that partners can collaborate with us, with not CIDA, but with the general direction. That is what we are right now. Okay. So in this template, I will include what Marcus and Alexander said. Okay. For us to know exactly what the company has to do, what would you have already done, okay, and how they can help us. Okay.
I think, in my opinion, I think that it's very important that the company is gonna be focused in module 6 and module 7.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because the rest more or less is more or less done. But
Yeah, but Nuria, actually, I'm a bit discouraged what they sent because
I know.
I think this is material which is really readily available. We have 3 guidelines from other projects which cover exactly the same, and I'm very happy to share this so that that Loida doesn't have to spend money on this. I would suggest that first we as a partnership really consolidate what we want to do and share our knowledge and write it down, and only then find if there is a gap that this company can fill, maybe, because it's no use spending money on things that we can just send to Loida
Okay.
from other open educational resources that we developed and which are even a bit more detailed.
Okay, so Alexander, do you think we need the company to develop the module 6 and 7? Because the module 6 is shooting the video involving the special needs in the
No.
creation. No. And for the 7, post-production?
Maybe, depending on, I mean, we discussed with Marcus on Friday, there are DaVinci and some very usual post-production systems that are quite, maybe for the special needs learners, maybe quite even too complicated. So we are still looking for even simpler video editing software that's ideally open source. So if anybody knows that, this would be helpful.
Yeah.
But otherwise, also this is, I think, more or less obvious, and there is material from other Erasmus projects that we can use.
Alexander, Miguel is going to research about this kind of open source software. Miguel, are you there? Okay. Could you do that, for example, because we are doing that for the other projects too, the researching a little about open source application software for this module 7 about post-production?
Yeah. So the idea would be to have software that is really very intuitive, very visual, and putting ourselves in the shoes of special needs learners, really motivating. So I can think of, if there is something for children or younger students with not too much requirement of a high level of abstraction. It doesn't have to be very powerful, but the most important is to be intuitive.
And for us,
Yeah.
we find some software which is free to use, but we don't find software which is really easy to learn and to use, and it's self-explaining. And I think also the trainers would profit from software which is really easy and self-explaining to use, because the most of the better cutting software like DaVinci, it's too complicated,
Very complicated, yeah.
even for the trainer.
Nina, did you want to talk?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Maisa and Jarkko about this, because they are the experts on this area. If you know any free software for this case, like I don't know, like Movie Maker used to be, or something else. Although it's not free, but anyway. Maisa, do you know any software? What do you use?
I have an idea. In the meantime, she answered. Mina, Alexander, we could, inside this module, I am going to create an Excel for every partner, write down ideas about free and easy softwares, okay? And then the experts can decide. That is, in our company is Miguel, and in yours, well, I think Marcus or whatever you think, okay? Whoever, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. This is the one thing, and then we should decide for one and follow the guide using this software, so to really show how to use it and generate general principles from that. So to give an example, I have done some videos some years ago when I really had to, and I had no one available, and I used Windows Photo and Video, and the result was quite satisfactory. And I think this is the most basic video editing software you can have. I mean, I understood it in half an hour, so everybody can, and the result was good. So I think we are looking for something in this direction. Nevertheless, the general principles of having raw material and moving it and cutting it and putting it together by drag and drop, and so this is, I think, general principles that the learners will find also in the more advanced software. So it's useful also for learners that are progressing from the system into more complicated things.
Okay,
Yeah,
here
we
we
had
are
like-
in-
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking on my phone. I couldn't find it. I had a clip chart. What is it used for? Isn't it used for editing as well?
Maisa, you have used
Maisa, you
ClipChamp
have used clip chart. I think it's used for editing as well. So that's a very basic software.
Mm.
I cannot find it in my
Yeah,
phone,
if
but-
there is a desktop version, maybe this would be one to go
Yeah, I don't
to.
know if it's a desktop version as well. Maybe it is. Or ClipChamp or whatever. There's another
But
one.
if we can share our the programs we used or we have some knowledge about,
Yes.
then, it's good for everybody to maybe have
Yeah.
an idea of a better software.
We have something called ClipChamp, but unfortunately it seems to be, you can try it for free.
But then it's
Okay.
ClipChamp or not ClipChart. It's
Yeah,
ClipChamp.
it's
okay, then
ClipChamp.
it's
There's a
wrong,
mistake. It's a ClipChamp. If you look for clipchamp.com, you
okay.
can find it. It's a video edit, quick and easy video editor. But unfortunately,
Then it's wrong in the
It
Word
is.
document.
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it's wrong. It should be ClipChamp,
Yeah, it's like that.
and it's also on desktop. It's an application you can download, I guess. Yeah.
And Mina, is
like
open
that.
source free?
Yeah.
Is it free or not?
Well, you can try it for free, but I don't know if you have to pay. But that's for Maisa to answer. I don't know how it is, and
Yeah, because
you can even turn text to speech. You can resize video, and many things you can do.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, sorry, Maisa.
Hello, everybody. This
Hello.
is Maria-Lisa speaking. We did try this ClipChamp last springtime, and the problem is that you can really try it for free, but eventually you must pay for it. So it's not like this video editor Microsoft used to have before, which was very easy to use, and I really liked it and used it many times with my students. But I have used this kind of CapCut version.
yes,
So it's
I
a
have
web
used that,
version.
and that is free. Yeah. that
Yeah,
is
this
very-
CapCut is nice. It has some artificial intelligence functions, and it's quite easy to use. This platform is easy to learn, and it's very
Mm.
I like it a lot. So I prefer this CapCut at the moment.
And CapCut is a offline version, or because the Clipchamp it's only online, and then we have problems with the data.
That's right. You can download this to your laptop, or I mean computer, this program also, and use it offline. I mean this CapCut version.
And one question, could we, for example, could this be used with whatever platform, or if, for example, if in the schools they are working with, I don't know, with Aules or with another platform, probably we can use it anywhere, no? Or we can just put a link to the CAD-CAM. Did you try to use it inside the platform or no?
CapCut. Well, I use this web version, but I also download it to my computer.
Okay.
It's well, if you with this web version, it's easy to access anywhere. So you just need this internet and address and email, and then you can sign in and register there and use it. It's very easy.
Could you copy the name in the chat and I can put it in the module, please?
Well,
Maya?
Nuria,
Okay.
we were going in this module, we are going to create a table where each partner can propose their preferences. And I have thought to put different for them. You have, it is easy if it's free software, and then we can decide depending on the evaluation of everyone, you know, and with the preference. If you want, we can do that, and Marcia can write it down there.
Marcus already made this link there. It's www.capcut.com, the address, and it's written there now.
It's in the chat.
CapCut.
We can try tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good luck. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I put it in the, can you see now? I put it in the document as well, CapCut, okay? Okay, so module 8, quickly.
Well, before you go, I was here. Well, in the module 7, it's just that the task we set there, and then in the module 8, we have what the task to go directly to the task is every partner we have to well, before module 8, Nuria, you passed the 7 without saying that we need go to the 7 again, please, because we have to here. We have to think about different assessment criteria for Catalyst tutors and students. So how do we do that? Do you want we create these assessments for the 3 steps, pre-production, production, and post-production? How many we have to do, when we have to do it? We can decide that because we are as Alexander said, we are the coordinators, but I think we should think, unless if you agree with that, you know. So I have thought about the same, about different kind of assessments and the deadlines, if you want, and then and how many, Marcus and Alexander, how many of them do you want us to do? For example, should we do one before and after pre-production, before and after production, or just one when we finish? Depending on what Alexander, that is the one who is going to analyze all of those data, thinks is the best. Last time you said that we should do one before and one after every step. Is that okay or not?
Sorry, can you scroll to the module you're referring to?
Yes, we are there in the module 7.
Yes, the point 7, that the module 7 that say different
Assessment
assessments criteria.
criteria should be applied for Catalyst tutors and students.
This point.
Uh,
Talking about this.
Yeah, this just means that the guideline should include like the expectations that you can have for different groups of users, how to handle this. So assessment is maybe a bit misleading term. It's what can be expected from tutors, students, and so on. Nevertheless, later on, when we give microcredits or badges, of course, these can build on these criteria. Yeah. So what should be included in the module should be a discussion of usually, let's say, students with learning disabilities of this and this level can be expected to master a task of this and this complexity, while for example, students with hearing impairments fully can work with a visually based editing system. They can be as good as anyone else, more or less, and may need so things like that. So again, using the persona, a discussion in post-production, what can and cannot be done by them.
Okay, but do you want we do 2 assessments before they start?
No, it's not. Assessment is the wrong word. It's like a kind of criteria of what they can do. It's not an examination.
Okay, we change that.
I think we need it for the quiz. So it should be done before the quiz, so we can choose the right questions for every level.
Yeah, but it's not like we examine them before and afterwards, because I'm afraid this will be demotivating. But maybe the trainers or the group leaders in the case of KJF or the teachers, they should have a good idea of what their students or employees can or cannot do.
Yes, Mina.
I was just wondering, because I've already done the digital competencies. I mean, the competence descriptors. Can't we use them as that's assessment?
Yes, this is something I wanted to discuss later on. The competence descriptors are quite valuable, I think, but they are not specific enough for such operational tasks. They are talking more about the general digital competence, and even on beginner level, like it says, being able to produce digital media on a beginner level, yeah, or something like that. This is not differentiated to different impairments or saying which digital media and so on. Otherwise you would, but of course it's a differentiation of these criteria. Yeah, so for sure we should think about that. And I just to anticipate what I wanted to discuss later on, or maybe in the next meeting, is that these experiences will give us a lot of material to further develop also this descriptors. Yeah, I already started a little bit and wanted to discuss this with you, but exactly things like these will allow us to Yeah, we could write a catalog of things concerning knowledge and skills and even sometimes attitudes and so on. I don't think we will do this because this would be another project, but it's not identical with what we need here. That's what I basically want to say. It's more the descriptors are much more general.
Okay, but then in the practice, we need to know how do we elaborate these criteria, Alexander? When do we elaborate that? Because you are going to be the one who analyzes all those data. Okay, so if we are going to evaluate a criteria for tutors, for students, so then we have to decide when, how, and if we do it in the 3 moments, in the pre-production, production, and post-production, just at the end. What do you consider?
No, Ida, this is not what I wanted to say. It's not an examination.
No, I said
wanted,
writing the criteria.
Assessment is the wrong word. What I tried to express.
I said criteria. Okay.
What I wanted to express is that the module should include a discussion of what tutors and students of different persona typically can be expected to be able of or not.
But what do we ask? Do we ask, everybody ask the same questions to the tutors? Everyone asks different things? Do you want to ask to elaborate on a quiz for tutors?
No, I would take up, for example, Marcus. They have done 4 or 5 or even more videos with different types of learners, and I think they can say, yeah, people with learning disabilities will be able to do a learning video with 5 scenes, and they need this and this assistance in that, but they can speak, they can figure out the basic storyboard. They will need maybe 5 times more time compared to learners without disability and such things. Yeah, so to give someone using this module an idea of what to expect working with these groups, but I would not recommend to examine them.
No, I'm not saying examine, but if you want to measure some criteria, for example,
I don't want to measure anything. I don't want to measure anything.
How can we give the micro credentials if we don't measure them in any way?
Yeah, this is later.
But not before. I think what Alexander would say, we don't have to do it before, but we have to think about it so we can we know our people, and then we decide what questions should be in the quiz and what they can get.
Yes,
we'll be able to
awarding, exactly, in awarding badges.
This is what I mean.
At the end, maybe we can say, okay, we can think backwards. So if they have managed to do like this introduction video to KJF that you showed me, Marcus, what knowledge have they applied? So what can we ask them that they can be expected to know? This would be the quiz, but I would be very much for also kind of assessing what they have done, so that the let's say the teacher or the coordinator of the video can say they have showed these competences, they have done planning and so on, because often they can do things actually, but they would not be able to have this level of abstraction that they could represent this in a quiz or could write this down or something like that. So
Yeah,
So
I think so too. It should not be the only possibility to get a badge to do the whole quiz, because some of the person needs assistance from the trainer to do the quiz. And I think the quiz is not the only, should not be the only thing to get a badge.
I think, Marcus, what we could do is write in some criteria to see if the students have learned more or not.
Mm.
And then, because if then later on we are going to need to know what happened, because we are doing this project to be able.
I think the first thing should be to think about every module, what should they learn, and
Okay.
then to do the different levels in this model. What should the student learn, what should the teacher learn, and then we can break it down to the different personas. But the first thing should be to differentiate in what module what should be learned.
Yeah, the learning outcomes.
Yeah. And before we
objectives.
cannot adapt it to the students.
And then we do the criteria. Okay, but what we could do is in this Excel creating one of the contents that was criteria depending on the learning outcome and on the objectives. Then we create a criteria depending on that, and taking into account overall what they did about micro-credentials, Mina and Jarko.
But I will take this question, or I will ask the trainers tomorrow what they think our students should learn in the different modules, and then I can share this, and maybe Mina and Jarko can adopt it to their students, because I think it's really a big difference to the students which we have in the KJF and Mina and Jarko has.
I think this would also be a good workshop in Helsinki if you, Marcus, and Jarko and Mina could show us kind of types of examinations or assessments that you are using. So to which degree you ever use kind of written quizzes or exams or something like that require a level of abstraction. I know in Specia you have a wide range of students, so probably for some you do, for others you don't. And also Marcus, so how do you get feedback, or how do you assess the aptitudes of different employees? Is there a written element, or is it always kind of a competence assessment by the teacher? So I think this would be a fruitful exchange from which we could develop potential assessment or to avoid the word a description of competence methods that can be used for the persona that we repeat using in the guideline.
Okay, Alexander.
So that we will in the learning canvas that refers to the persona, there can be a box of potential assessment methods.
Okay, Alexander, should we do the same in Spain too? Because there is a difference between different countries. I think the three partners should collaborate on that.
Yeah, if you have someone who knows about this, for sure, yes.
Okay, so this is something else we have to do in the module 7, creating this way of creating criteria or assessment, whatever, and then we decide, depending on what Marcus said first, the objectives, learning outcomes, materials, all what we need, resources, and then the quizzes or the criteria, however we want to call it, okay? So I have written down now what you said. Sorry, because the video, I didn't want to put the video because here there are many people and I didn't want interferences, okay? Because of that, I didn't put the video. So we go to the module 8. That it will be more or less here. You said that KJF will create a quiz for each module, okay?
That was my question before, because you say we can work together with the new institute. You have to do this, but here it says we should do it. So
Yeah, no, but I thought even though you should do it, probably we all together should collaborate for that, because every country is different. We are not going to leave you alone to do all this work. So, and besides that, probably your quiz is not exactly what I need in Spain, because I have.
I think so too, because we have different students, and
So I agree. I totally agree with you and with Mina that we could do first this, and with Alexander, we do the template with all things we need to analyze, and then at the end, we create this. And then in the module 9, this is during all the duration of the project. That is what Nuria is doing. And important, the general media competencies go down the module 10.
Jaco wants to speak.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little late. I just wanted to mention that I found, Markus, these excellent guides. The thing that I thought that maybe it is not necessary, but we can localize if we have different students. But these have to have subtitles made by students. So I think it might be more for trainers in our case. But it just a general knowledge mentioned that people with special needs need those subtitles sometimes, but it's quite demanding to ask for our students so that they know how to build those subtitles. But otherwise, they were really good, like guides. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
that's good.
That is true. Totally true. Okay, Nuria, I think it would be a good idea in this module before passing to the 9, remembering that we have an Excel in the project. I don't remember in which Word package. Nuria, I think in the Word for dissemination, where you have to write down all what you publish in the web, in the blogs, in the social network. And I think for Nuria to have enough at the end of the project, enough published things, it will be important, unless doing it every 3 months, or for example, now that we are going to go to Finland, creating a pre-new and a post-new, if you think it's okay. But Nuria, probably we can send an email to remember it, and that's all.
Yes. No, just about the module 9 and 10, because these kind of modules is they're gonna be all the duration of the project. So maybe, I don't know, I was checking just the program of Helsinki, and we have one day with module 10 and Thursday with module 8 and 9. So maybe these modules, I don't know, maybe they can be compact in, I don't know, half of a day, because I think maybe we can split more modules, 1, 2, and 3. Maybe change a little bit the program, because I think spend one morning only for the module 10 when they're gonna be all, during all the project, maybe it's too much. No, maybe, I don't know. Change a little bit the program of Helsinki.
Yeah, I also think in the module 9 and 10 there was a bit of a misunderstanding from how the discussion was described. So module 9 really would cover putting up the material we have in a kind of web accessible format, so kind of a learning platform that can be accessed from our website. which guides the learner or the users through the whole process. And this is different from the general project. So this has a time. So after the other modules are finished, they can be put on the web in a kind of more web accessible format rather than text format. So that's one task. And the second task, very different from that, is the general project dissemination and diffusion.
No, I just said the dissemination because I didn't want to forget it, Alexander, but yes, we talk about that, and we talk about the web. It was going to be the web in Fundeum, where we were going to upload the contents, isn't it, Nuria?
But you mean the web of Fundeum or the web of Pabibet project?
The web of Pabibet.
Because they're different, yes.
Yes. In the web of Pabibet, but you created that web as Fundeum, no?
Yes.
Okay. So we will upload the dissemination. It was just because I didn't want to forget it, Alexander. Because,
and also, yeah, but this should not be under module 9 because it's confusing.
No, it's
and
just
also in module 10, it confuses the tasks that SOBI-BEFO has next to writing modules. So, of course, we do the internal evaluation and quality assurance, so the surveys and so on, and also the user surveys. But there is module 10 with the content that we discuss a little bit, the general media competence. So things like we discussed with Marcus on Friday. So some of the students really use the internet a lot and go to TikTok or use general media. So it would be useful to have a discussion of what can be done to keep students from falling into the trap of fake news or hate speech and so on. Yeah, so like some basic media pedagogics that can be used with special needs learners. This will be a bit of a hard one. I have to research this, but at least we should flag this as an important subject and give some initial thoughts about what to do about that. And again, here, it would be useful to have a kind of your experiences, maybe in a short workshop in Helsinki, what your students are doing and what your teachers are doing to help them get a more realistic picture of media. And I think we are adding value to writing 10 pages about this, because I'm very sure there is not much material about that. If any of you has from the special magazines you read probably this topic already covered, I would be grateful if you could send me even in your national language.
Okay.
Otherwise, we write what we think, and Marcus can write a nice article in KJF magazine on that.
Yeah, but this will be, Alexander, at the end of the project, you mean?
No, this is an integral part of the modules. It's not at the end of the project. Your description of module 10 is combining the description of the general, like in dissemination for Fundeum. This is what you write here as tasks of SOBI-BEFO is the general internal evaluation by SOBI-BEFO, and the title of module 10. This is a module of the content that I just described.
Okay, so now it's clear, I think. A ver. Reflecting learning experiences from Pabibet, but here we said reflecting learning experiences from Pabibet. Yes, we could reflect the learning experiences when we start.
Yeah, this is in the final evaluation report of SOBI-BEFO, but this is not module 10.
Okay, and then this is what we agreed last time, I think.
Not really, but
No,
this is
okay,
how
okay.
the writer of the minutes has perceived it, and so it's good that we can talk about it.
Okay, so what you are saying for everybody to understand, okay, the article you were talking about is an article related about how we are going to develop every module, and after at the end we can do another article, for example, talking about
No, not really. No,
So
not
could
really.
you explain
So
better?
module 9 is about putting up a kind of learning platform which includes
Yeah, this we
the
understand.
yeah, and then for completely independent from this module, Fundiun has the task of dissemination and diffusion. And in module 10, there will be a module by us about the general media competence for special needs learners, which is not further described here, but under the task of SOVI-BEFO, the minutes describe our general duties as an internal evaluator in the project, including reflecting the learning experiences, doing the surveys, and so on, and giving ideas for further research and projects.
Well,
So
because
what's
of,
written as task of SOVI-BEFO is correct, but it's not the tasks within module 10, but general tasks of us. Module 10, it's
yeah,
not more closely defined here.
yeah, but then we have to start to be able to do that. Is what I was saying, that we have to start working with teachers to have a feedback to be able to write down something, or what do you think? We have to start with
Yes, we
working
have
with.
started. We are doing the surveys, and we will prepare the questionnaires for the testing and so on.
Yes, it's more the quality, it's the quality, no?
This is what you write, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, so we can measure the quality as soon as we start. This is what and then Alexander, you can tell us the best deadlines to evaluate the quality of the project. You know, in which
Yes,
moments.
this is in the quality plan.
Yeah.
Mina.
Yeah, I'm still asking about the competence descriptors, whether they can be used in any way. Are they too general?
Yes, they
You have
can be
also-
used. They can
Yeah.
be used. So the beginner level, in most cases, describes what I would say the advanced student or employee. So our beneficiaries should
Okay.
know and be able to do, and the proficient user level is the level that the most of the catalyst and the supporters and teachers should be able to do, and the expert levels, that's us.
Yeah, I think we have some students that are quite on higher level, so they can even go to the professional, or what was the title?
Yeah, all the
I don't
better.
remember. Yeah, so we have very heterogeneous groups anyway. So
I mean, what I've translated the English paper last week and over the weekend, and it took me 2 days for the competence description, because it's not our fault, but they are quite overlapping, at least at this level of description. So I would consider it, so we made a great start, and it's really pioneering work, but we will learn much more during the project
but can we work on the same material? I mean, work on the text, or do we have to do something totally different?
No, what I recall, I mean, I have, while translating it for the German version, I have tried to make some of them a little bit more detailed, and some I cut, and I have
Yes.
retranslated the German translation to English, and I wanted to suggest this for discussion, but at a later point, I would say, because this is really a side point of the project. And
Yes.
I mean, these competence frameworks, there were research institutes of 10 people who worked for 5 years on this. So we are overcharging ourselves a little bit if we go into too much detail here. So what I would suggest, we have done our job as described in the application for now. If later on in the project we have some more time, or to wrap up our experience or feedback the experiences from making the badges and micro-credentials back to these descriptors, we should do so.
Yeah.
But at this time, we should really focus on writing the module system, because we
Okay.
are a bit delayed here.
All right.
So, Mina and Alexander, but we can use what Mina did to evaluate, I think, because even although it's general, but I think it's a good document.
Yeah, of course, it should not
Yeah.
contradict what Minna wrote. It's a starting point, but it's not the level of detail that's required for the micro-credentials, for example. Yeah,
Yeah, but
So-
about micro-credentials, Alexander, we just have to create the framework, but we don't have to certify. So it's easier. It's not the pressure of...
Yes.
I think what Mina did, it's my opinion, but it could be, I could be wrong. We could use what Mina did and adapt that to the situation of every partner. I mean, for me, I have very good ideas reading that, and then I can adapt it to every case scenario.
Yeah, it for sure gives an idea of the 3 different levels in general,
Mhm.
but you cannot directly make a quiz or exam out of it.
Okay. Okay, so I will write down all of this in the template we are going to do. Probably there will be many mistakes. I don't know. Or not. I will try not.
No, we will be a bit quicker with the feedback.
Yeah, and then you can write down, because for us, well, I think now we have, every time it's clearer. I think the first modules will be okay. I don't know if we will do very good in the 9 and 10, and if we got the idea that Alexander wanted to. 9 is easy because it's just the web content accessibility, but 10, Alexander, if you want to add anything else, it's more your...
No, I mean, if it's useful at this point, I can detail what it will include.
Okay.
For sure, yeah. Just send it as an interactive document and I will edit.
Yes. Okay. So for me, I think Nuria is...
I think because we are a little bit delayed with all the things, because I think some information or some meetings, maybe we have a misunderstanding of some parts. So maybe we should, I don't know, write down all the points. We will do the meetings, the minutes as well of the meeting today. Let's work on it, and maybe we should have another online meeting next week to check all the progress. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Very good.
Yeah, because I mean, it's only 1 month. Yes, tell Alexander, sorry.
I will, this afternoon, I will look up some of our former projects, which I have to disseminate anyway, to give you an idea how there the modules were structured, and also some of them have content that's relevant for us, so that you can draw on this material. So you should not only copy and paste, of course, but I think it points out some of the content in general ways, of course, and our job is to do the adaptation to special needs learners. But for the structure or so, I think they you can you should have a look to structure it in a related way, because they worked actually quite well.
Okay, Alexander, and one question then, do we need the company or we don't need the company?
I would maybe we need them, but I would wait a little bit until we
Okay.
got our act in order and know what we want to do and what we have and what we do not have,
Perfect.
because you should not pay them money for stuff that's already done.
Yeah. Okay, so everything clear, and on Wednesday we will send the template, and you can review it. You are going to send us an example of how it's structuring another project, Alexander, in this afternoon, and next week, Nuria.
Yes, which day is good for you to have a new online meeting? Is okay next Monday, or, for example, to
For me, next week it's only possible on Friday.
on Friday?
A ver. For us.
But maybe I can ask some colleague of mine to join the meeting. But for me, it's only possible on Friday.
Friday 27. Okay, everybody can do it on Friday 27.
For us, yes, Friday 26.
Depends on what time it is. It cannot be 11 because I have a meeting then.
At 9 on 27. At 9 is okay.
Yeah, it's only 1 hour we're going to have, so that's fine.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 9 o'clock. Sorry, I said it wrong. 9 o'clock, that's our 10. I cannot do that. I can do 10, for instance.
10?
10,
10,
10 is
yeah.
good.
10 to 11.
10 is good,
10
yeah.
to 11, okay? But we're going to be faster, okay, this
Yeah,
time.
that's 11
Okay.
for us, yeah.
Yeah, Marcus, for you as well? 10?
10 is perfect on Friday.
Okay, Loida, you as well? Miguel?
Yes, perfect.
Vale, venga, pues on 27th at 10, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day,
you.
everybody.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.